Alright, so timestamp November. I got this. November 27th, 2025. It's about 2 p.m. It is, as far as the rest of the world's concerned, I know, I'm excited too. Thanksgiving Day. If you're in America, which I am, coming to you very much non-AI and live and direct, so to speak, from Florida. We don't really do Thanksgiving so much anymore. Just don't. We have our own holidays. There we go. Yeah, throw this in a burn barrel. I put some mail in there last night. I don't know if it actually, junk mail stuff. I don't know if it actually burned through or not. Pix just dropped by. We talked for a little while. I gave her some of the Monster High stuff that had come in that she knew about, and I showed her my new dialects. It was a play date, with that kind of dork. There's a lot to do. Oh, Scrappy went straight to his work. He had to go. Okay. And now I know that. Nope, it did not burn down. Squirrel. Not exactly. See what we can do about that. Tiny did a good job emptying the burn barrel. Got about halfway down, which is fine. Alright guys, come on, get out of my way. Thanks. So I'm going to work on the garage some more. Daylight makes a huge difference. Made the bad dad joke about night and day. It really is. Try and do that at nighttime, and it's just using a couple of flashlights in the back corner and like mini lanterns, and they help. But daylight coming through those windows makes a huge difference. Huge. Talked to our friend Ron on speaker for probably an hour or so. Haven't checked in with him in quite a while. It's good. He's some of the very few found family that we've got down here. I met him, I don't even know, 34 years ago. I introduced him to Pixie. I knew him first, so that says a lot as far as, like history. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna smolder. There was a time pre-pandemic when we were having what we called howls at our place. We'd barbecue, grill out, cook. It was a found family get-together. And then with COVID, we stopped doing that. I missed the hell out of it, frankly. A lot of people went their separate ways. Miss my family, And I'm kind of committed, nay, locked down with what I've got to do for the next year and a half, 2 years. So maybe we'll get to the point where we can start doing howls here. I don't know. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. lot of work to do. Trying to figure out some of my options because we gotta move some stuff around and get set for hopefully a garage sale tomorrow. I'm gonna try and take advantage of the whole Black Friday thing. Figure people will be out shopping. Alright, you rebel. Let him in the door. Come on, Dan. Does this like pouncing thing like I'm not gonna let you in. Not cool, Scrappy. Not cool. Oh. Gently. Go. There you go. Don't be a jerk. Oh, I'm sorry, my headset was in your way. I apologize for that. Nice visiting with my girl, but I hate to have her go, you know. Not much I can do about that. We're not there yet. Our forces are divided, and it's a necessity. And I hate it. These gnats are making me crazy. Oh my god. Alright, so my coffee mug from last night, I left it out just to trap, kill, whatnot. That is not pepper. Unbelievable. And I know with the garage, because that wasn't me farting, that was, you know. With the garage, I've kicked up. I found where Luther was using a litter box, let's put it that way. So, it's possible that I have interrupted their lifestyle. I don't know. I've got two like $30 bug zappers. Should be arriving tomorrow from Amazon. I don't expect any deliveries today. Hoping that'll help thin this. Because, my god, these things are everywhere. Exactly. I typically have a pretty clean house, you know? But I'm fighting the sins of other people at this point. I gotta get in here, Tanner. Thank you. I know I made all kinds of caves and stuff. I apologize for that. Not what I want. Nope, that won't work. How about you? Sure. So, the mission for today is work some more on the garage since I'll have daylight. And or make some space on the lanai, because the lanai does get moist because the ceiling. But We'll do some Harry and David milk chocolate peanut butter. First bag I grabbed. And it's good, you know. Oh no, coffee that's good, not that. But there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, it's not a gnat, that's some of my rogue fur I'm shedding. Got a lot of plastic totes out there. Just stuff that my mom picked up that she was setting for garage sales. And oh, there's lots of that. Some of that will be okay on the lanai. As long as it's not there long term, the moisture, you know, shouldn't be an issue. Fire in the hole. So, take a look out here. This stack right here are those are some of those MREs I was talking about that my parents just went butt wild and bought up a bunch of. So yeah, kind of around the corner here from the tables my dad made. So we got this May. Not sure where the pig came from. He just hanging out. He ate some pig. But a bunch of this stuff has like price stickers on it. Some of it I may keep because it's not bad. But like little flower pot's kind of cute. But I got boxes and boxes. This is like all like Easter stuff that she had set to sell. Not worrying about that quite yet. Got a lot of Christmas ornaments. I'm going to try and get those out. Because, you know, Black Friday seems like a good time to try and do that. And got a wall of pretty much nothing but cookbooks. That's a lot of cookbooks. And there's more that was in my mom's office that we already packed up. I guess these are the ones that she didn't like as much. I'm starting to get the brown shelves over there organized. Doctor Who, Star Trek, pantry. I'm still figuring it out. Come on, Scrap. I actually slept about 9 or 10 hours again, which is cool, but unusual. I know one of my other friends was saying, well, you haven't really been sleeping right in over a year, so your body's probably catching up. Maybe that's true. I don't know. It's probably true. Man. I got a 7-pound bag of leg quarters in there. Pull those here in a bit. I gotta get dishes out in. Got some bags of drumsticks out in the freezer too. What I may do because Tiny doesn't really like chicken if there are bones involved. But drumsticks aren't as bad, so I may pull a bag of drumsticks. I think that's what I'm going to do. Pull a bag of drumsticks and take some drumsticks, put them in with a couple leg quarters, drumsticks in with a couple leg quarters. So there's probably going to be like 6 or 8 leg quarters in there. And set up some individual marinade bags. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Set like 3 bags. And Pix is going to come back on Saturday and do meal prep for herself, so I got to get the kitchen clear so that she can do that. Because right now you can get in the stove, but it's a little tricky and, you know, just basic maintenance stuff. Yeah. It's good to hear from Ron. Nothing from the VA. Did get the paperwork from the lawyer. So this coming week we've got to scramble and try and get all that stuff taken care of. To get it to the court by that Friday. Which, with the magic of electronics, you know, PDFs and emails, it shouldn't be too hard to do that. That's the theory anyway. No boredom. That's not a thing. I've got a gnat crawling around on the screen of the phone. It's kind of weird. It's tripped me out a little bit. But got my list. I just wanted to sit and talk to my girl, you know, for the next day and a half. She's got stuff she's got to go do. I've got stuff I've got to do. That was, I think I just saw the screen black out. I think that was probably one of those little gnats running in front of the camera. Objects may appear. The garage is nasty. Anytime you're on the washing machine too, water just kind of runs down, so we've got a lot of cardboard that was on the ground in there, cardboard boxes that they had packed and then put in the line of fire basically. So I've got moldy, mildewy stuff. I think I've gotten rid of everything that Luther damaged. There was like a tarp and a carpet and some other stuff that were on the table, under the table, that he did his business on because he was feeling insecure and didn't want to come in the house proper. That was where he was hiding. So, for those of you who don't know, Luther is one of our cats who we have determined was brought here prematurely because he identifies as Pixies, and when he got dropped off here 2 months ago, it was as though his owner abandoned him and he freaked out and hid. But we didn't know who he was attached to until then. Because Pix brought him here because Hex is here and they're buddies. So her thought was, he'll have his buddy to hang out with, they can play and all that. Wasn't good enough. He wanted his person. And he made it very clear that his person was not here and that he was dissatisfied with all of our life choices. So that was a misery that we caused ourselves. But we figured it out. Yeah, apparently he is at George. They're everywhere, man. Thriving, hanging out with her. That's where he's supposed to be. So he'll catch a shuttle with her when she finally moves in here. Before then is a bad idea. Much like Stevie. Stevie is her cat. Little 4-pound white cat with like little gray and black patches. Cute little thing. And yeah, I think she's 5 pounds now. She's grown up. Anytime we've taken her to the vet, the first words out of the tech or the doctor's mouth is, "Oh, a kitten." Like, no, not exactly. She's fully grown. She's like 3. But she's tiny. Tiny cat. And very cute. Stay off of my bottle. Just killing these things left and right. There are many of them, but the bright side is they're stupid. Well, that's my fur. So yeah, Saturday I've got a couple packages that need to go out. Got a couple more sales on eBay. Some Doctor Who, which is good. That's the point. I need to put gas in the car at that point. She's got half a tank right now, so she's okay. And then I'm going to be doing eBay. She's going to be doing meal prep, which is actually not a great combination of things to happen on the same day. Poop. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's good. It's again, Harry and David milk chocolate peanut butter in the large face Tweety mug, which I would like a second one of, please. I think I've gotten 3 of these broken. I've only gotten like 1 Taz one broken, but I've 3 Tweeties in a row have been broken. As I've mentioned, I'm trying to get 2 of each of the large face ones. I got 2 Sylvesters and 2 Bugs, but I did verify that last night. But I got 1 Tweety, 1 Taz. Because I cannot seem to get a second one in here that doesn't arrive with like the handle smashed off of it or huge stress crack going all the way down the side from some kind of impact or whatnot. That was one of them. The other ones, it's always the handle that gets snapped off because it's not packed well and hits just right, and that's all it takes. But when we do that herb garden, there's a lot of Looney Tune mugs to go in there. Sadly. I mean, it'll be cool, but, you know, the flip side of that, of course, is that was a mug that I kind of wanted, you know. But I get refunded on them, and then I have a free flower pot. Just running through my head all the different areas that I need to go through, sanitize, sell, clean. My head's going to explode. Oh. But yeah, like she opened up the Monster High stuff that I'd gotten for her. Some of it she doesn't know about. It's already put away for her, like Shiny Day. But one of the things that she got was a mixed lot of stuff. It had a couple of the Monster High pets, including it had 2 of this guy, who's kind of adorable. He is a 2-tailed rat. This is Perseus, who is the pet of, I think, Deuce Gorgon. It's one of the male characters, one of the boy characters. But he's actually got, this is kind of cool. I didn't realize this. He's actually got arms that move. I didn't realize that. But he's pretty cool looking. It's cute. So now I've already got a couple of these. I've got one for sale already and like another one waiting for that one to sell. But she was like, I don't need 2 here. So I'm not going to say, oh, I've already got some, you know. So it's given to me by my girl. He's going to hang out over here with Robbie the robot and Hunk, and got a couple of gremlins still on my desk. I'm probably going to throw these in a diorama at some point. The little mini gremlins. These things are just cool. I got a green one and a brown one still over here. Because they were doubles. And I'm like, I'm not going to sell those because they're cool looking. They're going to be annoying the doctor in like a TARDIS console room scenario or something like that. I don't know. I'll have fun with it. I need to set the Centaurans. That's one. I still haven't done that. I need to do that. That'll be a fun break for me. And I may even set the Star Wars one today too. It's my own treat to myself, so to speak. I can't even get at the one over here, which is going to be Among Us, Star Trek, and Scooby-Doo up top. That'll be later once I get the dining room clear where I can actually get into that cabinet without having to reach over a stack of things. So many projects and so many things that we're making progress on, but one brick. You know, gotta kind of reel myself in and remember, one brick. You're not going to move the whole mountain, one brick. If you have a really good day, 2 bricks, 3 bricks. But you're not going to get all million bricks done in one day. I need to remind myself of that so I don't spin. But from an immediate standpoint, I need to make sure I'm prepped for garage sale for tomorrow, which means utilize as much time in the garage as I can. Not because the garage and garage sale are related, but it will help me. And some of the stuff that's in the living room that's badly stacked is going to just get boxed and probably put in the workshop in favor of some of the stuff that's more easily workable. Yeah. I got a plan. Or 7. Now I'm going to have some breakfast here in a minute. Probably some Greek yogurt. That sounds pretty good. Enjoying my coffee before the gnats get to it. Unbelievable. Looking forward to those lanterns getting here, because I know when we had one at George, we used it because we kept getting those little moth things, which I've talked to some other friends here in Florida, and apparently those weird, like, pantry moths are a very common thing. Just hard to kill. Well, not really hard to kill. They're easy to kill, but it's hard to actually stop them reproducing. They just always seem to reemerge. But these gnats, man, they are everywhere right now. I'm not sure. I think part of it's because I stirred up their nests out in the garage, but I'm not sure if they have some other kind of a spawn point. Yes, used a video game term. I'm aware of that one. Remember, I play Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I play games that have spawn points. And hey, going way back to Gauntlet, the generators. If you know what I'm talking about. Those are spawn points. You know, the ghosts come out of the little piles of bones. It's a spawn point. It's a generator. We had spawn points in the 80s. Different word, same meaning. And acetaminophen, and imidazolid, and Tylenol, and watching some of that stuff develop. And I still think at the end of this, I think one of the reasons he's so worried about the stuff coming out is people are going to realize that he was actually helping recruit through Mar-a-Lago. He wasn't just a customer, he was part of the business. And I think that's a terrifying thing to get exposed for, which, yeah, it would be, you know. You know, you're no better than Maxwell in that respect. You're in that same grouping, you know. That's embarrassing. But I think that's part of why he's fighting it so hard. Am I wrong? I could be. I don't think I am. He knew about the girls. Of course he did. Of course he did. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Get to work. Kill some gnats. Janus is grooming very loudly. I want to get him out of that crate so bad. He has proven himself to be quite the love monster too. You start petting him and he's just he'll break your hand like head thrusting into it. He needs to be out, but I need to get this main commons area to where it's a little bit safer for a three-legged kitty to be running around. But I can do that. You know, challenge accepted, I can do that. But there's so much. Oh. But yeah, feel free to like and comment. I think I'm out of the shadow ban period. I still don't. I've got like 10 videos with no watches, which, you know, it's cool. But it's weird. Because normally I have like 1 or 2 people that kind of religiously check it out. So I'm like, okay, did I get shadow banned or what's going on here? Because I talk bad about the orange guy. More and more people are realizing that the orange guy is not good. I'm not the minority anymore, I think. Let's be honest, he was a crook before he got elected. You can ask a lot of New Yorkers. They were telling you that before 2015. Because they saw his shenanigans up close and personal, being that he's a building guy, he's a contractor guy, a real estate guy. He's a successful businessman who's had more bankruptcy than Liz Taylor had husbands. I mean, you can Google that one if you want. That's pretty old school reference there. It's cool. It's cool. I'm 54. I'm going to make some references that are going to make not any, but some of the millennials and Gen Zs, maybe even alphas go, huh? The hell is he talking about? But I'm real. In a world of slop, I'm real. And I'm in a world of slop right now, actually, come to think of it. It's like twofold meaning there. Anyway. Yeah, I got this. Yeah. All right. Make it a great day.